Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
So if you're watching these videos and you want to get into DCS, definitely check out Apex Gaming PCs. This is where I got my laptop. I'm super happy with what I received. And keep in mind that they have the A-Firm program, which allows you to pay month to month so that it doesn't hurt your wallet too badly. Check out the links below to make your own custom PC that fits your budget. Big thank you to Apex Gaming PCs. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're here in the A-10 Warthog, but today we're carrying HARMS. We're going to see how this thing performs if it can defend itself with HARMS. Little idea I had a couple days ago, if you guys remember the last A-10 video we did. So I figured let's try it out. We got some SA6s. You can see them on RWR there. And these empty spots here on the Dismas page, you can see those empty slots with the number 1 beside them. Those are actually the HARMS. They don't show up because I had to do some Frankenstein stuff to get these HARMS on here. So the symbology isn't exactly correct, but you know, that's how we can choose the right weapons. I got the TGP looking in that direction. There's the HARM right there for you. And there's 2 more here, and I got 2 more under the belly. So we're carrying 5 HARMS total. Looks like we got a missile in the air here. Alright, let's give this a go. We'll point the nose and magnum. There we go. I'll turn away. Now, unlike the F-16 and the F-18 and stuff, I didn't designate anything for that HARM. I just shot it off. It's gonna go find radar emission source, and it'll hit it once it finds it. Hopefully the SA6, of course. And I'm gonna dip below this mountain here just so I don't get smoked by one of those SA6s. And then we'll pop back up because I kind of got a wild weasel here because I want the radars to still paint me so the HARM has something to hit. You can see the smoke trails there on the other side of that mountain. And those X's there, those are friendly units. That HARM should be reaching one of those SA6s any second now, I think. I'm only shooting 1 HARM at a time because I want them to hit just one thing. I don't want both HARMs to zero in on one radar emission source. The only way to really guarantee that is to fire them one at a time. Again, I'm limited. I don't have the HTS pod. Like I said, I had to do some Frankenstein stuff to get these HARMs on here. So, you know, we're improving a little bit here. I'm getting locked, so I'm just gonna defend a little bit here, get a little closer. And so far it's interesting, you know, we got an A-10 here who is quite literally performing SEAD as it prepares to support troops on the ground. And you can hear that fast tone on the RWR, so something is spiking me, so I'm going to shoot another magnum here. There we go. That's 1 more HARM in the air, and it already sees that emission source. You can see it climbing. When it climbs like that, that's how you know it saw something and it's going up. It knows what it's doing. Generally, if they don't see an emission source, they just fly straight. Using the TGP to look at some of these waypoints, but okay, we're gonna have to peel off here because we just got shot at. They did not like me out this far. I've kind of come out of the mountain area too. send away those missiles. One of them went for chaff there. And the other beautiful thing about the HARM is, you know, it's fire and forget. And I think it's the HARM D, the Delta variant, where even if they turn off their radars, so the radiation emission source stops, that HARM will still hit that GPS coordinate. So they need to be mobile. They got to move. Turning off your radar, not necessarily enough. Now, we've always had some limited SEAD capability. We've used Mavericks to engage SA-13s and other SHORADs, short-range air defense units. Look at that. We have confirmation of one SA-6 hit with the HARM there. That's perfect. So they are working. So, you know, if the A-10 wasn't enough of a beast, now it's out here doing SEAD. Like, now it's self-protecting. This thing is crazy, man. And really it makes you wonder, like, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I understand why they didn't put the HARM on this thing, because if you notice right now, I'm not doing much troop support. I'm just out here doing SEAD, trying to protect myself. These guys need to have been dealt with before the A-10 got here, so that the A-10 can actually do its job, which is, you know, provide support for friendly units. If the A-10's out here, it doesn't matter if it can do SEAD and protect itself, it's not doing its primary job, which is supporting ground units. So when you really think about it, it doesn't really matter. Look at this, right here. I think that's an SA-13 tucked away, trying to hide. Let's have another look around. It doesn't really matter what if the A-10 can do SEAD, this job should have already been completed, right? F-35s, F-16s should have already done all this. But it's still a useful skill to have, because you don't know, maybe it's a pop-up SA-6 that, you know, was hiding and now it shows up. It's kind of cool for the A-10 to be able to protect itself like that when needed. I'm scanning this base and I don't see anything other than this guy right here. Again, that's an SA-13 who's hidden behind that fortification structure there. He thinks he's being sneaky. I'm gonna hit him with a Maverick here. I'm gonna try to sneak this in. Yeah, that's for sure an SA-13. Currently not active. They turn on when you get a little bit closer to them. But we gotta be careful. There are still other SAMs. You can hear me literally right now being locked. See if we can get the Maverick to see this guy. Yep. There we go, let's point the nose. There's SA-3s in the back that are spiking me right now. You can hear the tone on the RWR. So as you can see, the A-10 is actually operating in pretty contested airspace. There we go, rifle. Missile from the SA-3s as well, so I'll be defending here.
Pull up, pull up.
Pulling away now. I need to get a little closer to engage those SA-3s off in the distance there, but that requires me to push past the waypoint 1 and 2 in front of me, and as you can see, there's multiple SA-13s in these positions. They just want me to push forward so that they can turn on and try to engage me, and I'm not going to have any of that. There's multiple SA-13s, so it's very important that we scan this area very thoroughly to make sure that even though they're not on and I'm not being spiked by them, as soon as I fly over them, they'll turn on, and then at that point it's way too late to, you know, try to deal with these guys. Maverick sees them perfectly. Got good track. Everything looks good. He's a 5.2 rifle. Look at this, I'm being spiked right now. I'm switching to the HARMS. That SA-3 is gonna try to shoot me, but it's enough. He's already spiking me, so the HARMS should see him. Magnum. And kind of looks like he shot at me as well. Let's defend here. diving away, reducing altitude again to try to drive that missile into the ground if possible, dropping chaff. And look at that missile, you can see it bit off on chaff. It's going behind me, so we're gonna be okay. And look at that, hit on the SA-13. We're doing a whole lot of SAM suppression here in the A-10, and it's actually going pretty well. Also, this thing has a tremendous amount of countermeasures, a lot of chaff, a lot of flare, so it's actually a very good platform for defending and doing kind of SEAD missions like this, I guess. That HARMS should be hitting the SA-3 any second now, I think. Okay, I've come up high now. There should be one more SA-3. He'll be back at the airfield somewhere, one of the further back objectives. I think the HARM will see it, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot here. Magnum. And let's see if that has track. Yeah, it's climbing. There we go. Look at that. Beauty. It's a very useful function of the HARM where you can just point your nose in a general direction and launch this thing and it'll just go hit them. It's a very useful thing. Oh, look at this. Another SA-13 right here. And I'm being locked by that SA-3 I shot at earlier. Let's switch over to Mavericks. We got some time. We got to stay airborne for that missile anyway, so it keeps illuminating me so the HARM can hit it. While I'm doing that, let me engage this SA-13. We'll do two birds with one stone. Got this guy. There we go. Rifle, and we'll peel off.
Pull up, pull up.
So far, so good. But you can see how restricting it is for the A-10 when it shows up on station and, you know, SEAD has not been completed. The A-10's got to do all this work now to try to open the door for itself so that it can finally start supporting ground troops. You see a missile from the ground up. That's the SA-13 that shot at me as I peeled away. Luckily it lost track though. So again, because I don't have an HTS pod, a HARM targeting system, I'm kind of forced to improvise here. So I'm using my RWR as kind of an HTS pod. So you can see the 1S is one search radar off the nose. So I know there's still one SAM out there. So I'm going to shoot my last HARM. And hopefully it sees, and there we go, it's tracking. Hopefully that hits that search radar. Beautiful. Okay, and technically if that doesn't hit, then I gotta leave anyway. I can't operate here with an active SA-3. Honestly, we could probably go to those mountains over there, pop up and do a quick Maverick attack on it. But it would not be a good a good situation. It's back there somewhere. Let's see if we can pull it up on the TGP so we can confirm the HARM hit. Right there. Let me just zoom out. Yep, okay. We're looking at the right place. This is the airfield. Let's pull up white hot, black hot. Black hot right there. White hot. There we go. That's the SA-3 search radar right there. So if that HARM is doing his job, it should hit right there. Perfect. Look at that. Fell right on his head. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, the search radars are all knocked out. I am now completely able to support friendly units. So let's do a quick gun run down here. Let me pull up the gun. We got friendlies hitting this position right now. Let's just do a quick show of force, kill anything down there that can be killed. I see a few targets of opportunities, possible helicopters on the ground. Right here I can see possibly a KA-50 right there, and then that looks like maybe an Mi-24 behind.
Pull up.
And neither one of those guys will be flying anymore. We'll peel off here. I had to use the gun run because there were already friendly units moving into that area. I couldn't drop a 2,000 pounder in there. That would not have been wise. Now, I did find a good candidate for the 2,000 pound JDAM. He was here a second ago, and there he is. Look at him, right there. That is one juicy main battle tank. That's possibly a T-72 B3, possibly a T-90, but I think it's a T-72. So we're going to come around, and I'm going to drop this JDAM right on his dumb head. I love dropping the JDAM and then watching the TGP, and you just patiently wait and you wait, you know, and you're praying that you dropped it correctly and it's guiding properly, and hopefully it hits him right in the head. And he is actually close to a residential area. You can see some buildings in the back, so this bomb drop is gonna have to be precise. If I miss this by even a few meters, it'll probably be catastrophic. Here we go, we're waiting for the launch queue. It'll say manual release in the HUD over here somewhere. Right above the GPU 31. Yeah, there we go, manual release. And pickle. Again, that's a JDAM, so there's no lasing or anything like that. It's going to hit that GPS coordinate. As long as that tank doesn't move, that should hit exactly where I targeted. Yes. Oh, huge. Okay. A little bit bigger explosion than I was anticipating. Okay, we're looking for armor here. Don't see too... Oh, what is this? What do we have here? What do we have here? Oh my, we found the commander's porta potty. See this? This is where the commander does all of his tactical thinking. So we're going to take that out for sure. We're going to hit this thing with 2,000 pounds. You got to deny the enemy bathrooms, man. You got to break their morale. Nothing like seeing your enemy drop a 2,000 pound bomb on your bathroom to break your will to fight. Alright, we got a T-72 in the open here. Let's just ring his bell. We can probably damage him quite a bit actually with this gun run here.
Now pull up, pull up.
Let's break off here. I don't want to get too close to him. Just want to freak him out. And we'll break off. Friendlies will get him. There's AORUS rolling up on that position. Okay, a couple of Mavericks. We're just going to dump them into this parking lot. A bunch of helicopters. Oh, there's a SA-13 spiking me. He's in front of me. Oh, there go missile in the air right in front of me. We're dropping flares. I have no choice, but we're going to have to engage this guy with gun.
Pull up, pull up.
Here we go. He's shooting again. Flares are working for me so far. This guy's got to die right now. There we go. Okay. We'll break off here. I was not expecting that. I should have done a better scan here before I came in this close. We got lucky there. That guy almost got me. Alright, here we go. We'll just dump a Maverick here. I think that's just a cluster of trucks. And we'll do this little gun run, and then we'll get out of here. I think I've done enough damage for one day. Friendlies can clean up all this.
Pull up.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Altitude.
I love the A-10, man. Just consider the fact that this thing just rolls up carrying, you know, the ordnance of a small army. It just lays waste to everything in front of it. Alright, let's get out of here. We did our part.